stream. Welcome to the live stream. It's Mary Z Easy Recipes. Welcome to the live stream. Feel free to join in. Feel free to join in. Greetings to all the members of the audience who are listening at this point in time. And welcome everybody. And everyone is welcome. We are free to join in, join in, join in, join in. We are just like a conference, we are at the conference table and we wish to have speakers here and there participating in the live stream. So welcome everyone. It is a privilege to have this, to host this live stream. And it is with pleasure that, I welcome everyone to join in. Join in, join in, join in. Enjoy the comfort of this house. The house is called Mary Z Easy Recipes. It is a comfortable house where everybody will get a seat to sit on, and you'll never finish these seats. They are really uncountable. So the host is encouraging you to join in, join in, join in at this point in time. Today, let me just check today is Wednesday, the 19th of November. It is a beautiful day, and it has been a good day today. Oh, we have black people. The chosen ones of God. We are happy to have you, Black. Welcome, welcome. I'll just say your name is Black if you don't mind. So feel free to join in. It's another happy day, another good day to host a live stream. I'm really, honored to have the time, because time is always, a gift to us. Time is always a gift. So whenever you get time to do what you love doing, you say, oh, it's a gift. Time is a gift. So Black is saying, Mary Z's recipes. Hello, hello, hello. And blessings to you. Oh, thank you so much, Black, for the beautiful message. Just know that you are welcome to be here, and I receive you with open arms, and I receive you with the mighty honor and grace and everything which is good. So feel free to participate in the live stream. Feel free to say your sentiments, and feel free to ask any questions. And as you come in, you can always, consider connecting with the host and connecting with the other YouTube, content creators. Oh, we have someone special again. 2 people, 3 now in total. We have Not Vipex. Wow, hello. Hello, Not Vipex XFN. He's saying hello, hello. Hello, lovely to see you, and you are welcome in the live stream. We also have Hamza Adnan. Hamza Adnan. Hello, Hamza Adnan. And Hamza Adnan is also saying hi. And I also return the greeting and say hi, So we are really happy to have guests in our live stream. Feel free to join in the conversation, and feel free to ask any questions and to utter any sentiments. Black is saying, how you are a very well spoken and kind host. Oh, thank you for the compliment. Black, it's just that I'm new on this, platform. So I'm just learning from others, it's like each day you visit other people, you always learn from them. So, thank you otherwise for the compliment, So anyone in the live stream, you can always check on Black as well. He has a beautiful channel. And Not Vipex FN is saying, what are you talking about today? Oh, today I have a beautiful topic. I'm talking about some pets, I've gone like veterinary. Today I'm a I'm a veterinary spokesman, I've just changed, from the chef side of the things. Then I also went yesterday. I was at the what did I do yesterday? I was like a road safety agent. And now today, imagine, I am just like a spokesman or an agent or a what can you say? What other word can you say? There's another word I'm forgetting to, to like a staff of the vets. The vets are really important to us, So that's what I'm talking about today. And it's not Vipex who I was asking. And not Vipex is saying, what country are you from? What country are you from? Oh, I am in the United Kingdom. What about you, not Vipex? Where are you connecting from? We just want to know as well. So where are you connecting from, Vipex, if I may ask? And everyone in the live stream, if you want, you are free to tell us your country, the country you are connecting from. You are free to tell us the city which is near you, because I love cities. Oh, not Vipex said, oh, he's in the United Kingdom. Oh, that's beautiful. That's good to know. Nice to know. Vipex, which city are you close to? Which city is close to you? Because we have lots of cities in the United Kingdom. We have Leeds, we have I don't know, not Halifax. I just want to name the big cities. We have Birmingham, we have London. Or maybe let me start with, we have London, we have Birmingham, we have Manchester, we have Liverpool, we have Portsmouth, and so on and so on. And we have Leeds, and we have which other city? Yeah, we have lots of them. So, which city are you close to? Not Vipex FN, if I may ask. So, it's a beautiful day today, a day really made for us all, It's a beautiful day made for us all. And I am, it's like we are going to have a conference and we are going to just be seated, relaxed, and joining in and, uttering our sentiments. Like what Vipex FN is saying. Oh, Vipex says, I'm close to a big, beautiful city called Birmingham. Wow, wow, wow. That's awesome. I've been to Birmingham. I went to Birmingham. When was that? I think like a month ago. I was there. So it's a beautiful city, and that's lovely to know. That's lovely to know. So we are really happy today because we have an interesting topic which will be coming, like in a few moments time or minutes time, or maybe a few, like, I don't know. Vipex said, what city do you live around? I live near a city called London. That's where I live. Yeah, it's near London. So we are really happy today because we are having a good time together, and we are just coming around to talk about some favorite, some hobbies. What is your hobby? Anyone who can tell us their hobbies, that would be with pleasure. You know, anyone to tell us their hobbies. We all love hobbies, and when you tell us your hobbies, for example, if you say you are like a horse rider, you like horse riding, we'll know. Oh, we'll just have a picture of you riding the horse, riding the horse, which is awesome. As for me, I will say, oh, I am a gardener. Then you just imagine, oh, this lady is always maybe like trying to water the plants and trying to plant the plants, to plant the plants, to water the plants, or to look for suitable manure for the plants. What else do I do when I do gardening? Yeah, maybe to choose to visit the garden center and look for my favorite seeds or seedlings. So that's what we enjoy. I really enjoy to know about people's hobbies and interests. Interests are the same as hobbies. So not Vipex and say, I have to go, sorry. Oh, that's fine. At least you did your part. You were here. And we have just registered. Oh, my Vibex was here, which is beautiful. Thanks ever so much for coming. So we are really happy today as we continue to go on in the chart. We continue to go on in the chart. And there's a caption here saying, add a question as a stick. Oh, I haven't done that. Maybe next time I'll add a sticker. So we are happy today, and in my introduction, whenever you have a conference, you have a panel, or you have a meeting, a public meeting, you should always, give an introduction, so that people know you. So I can say my name is Mary Z. Is Recipes. I'm an individual who likes to cook, and I also like to do a bit of gardening. I also like to sometimes, like, when everything is calmed down, everything is cooled down, I love to listen to music. And about once in a while, or once in a while, or twice in a while, I might watch a film, but otherwise, on the whole, I'm just like always on my feet doing some one or two things, I always trying to do one or two things. So I am really happy to have you, my friends, coming to while up the time with me. Then we have Noah. Oh no, before Noah, there is Rukaya. Rukaya said, "Hi, oh my gosh, you look so pretty." Oh, do I? Thank you for the compliment. And Noah is saying, "Sorry, I took a while to come." Oh, Noah, I was expecting you to be the first one today. Anyway, that's fine. We are just joking and having some fun. And Rugaya says, "Oh, I'm back, girl." Rugaya says, "Hi. Hi, Rugaya. How are you?" So today we are really happy. And we are just saying, continue to tell us about your hobbies. Because sometimes I forget. So, for example, if you told me like a week ago, I can't remember, you know. No, because I'm not typing. I wish I was like long back, or, what did people do long back? They would use a typewriter to type the. It's like when what can I say? Maybe you are having a meeting at work, or maybe it's at a school, or anywhere. They always have someone to stand by to type, like manually. Before these phones, there was a typewriter which was used to type whatever will be going on. It was really, and that time, it was really that time, before the development of the laptop. Oh, the laptop maybe was there. I think it was before, when the laptops were in use, there was a typewriter. Oh, let's go back to the charts. Um, Rugai said, "I'm back." Oh yeah, I read that one. And the girl saying hi, and saying, "Oh, Rugai, okay, I get what she's saying." And Noah is saying, "Hi, Rugaya." And Noah saying, "Oh, that's bad." Or Rugaya is complaining about something happened to him. And saying, "Oh, we hope you're okay." So we are really happy today. Let's hope everybody who is happy again. We want everybody to be happy again and join in the live stream, and join in as we ask questions. For example, um, what have you been doing today? And we can talk about the various activities we like to do, things like that. And also, what else can we say? There's lots of things to say. And I wanted to just to tell you, before I go to the main topic, Noah is saying, "I hope you're okay." And I had a trumpet lesson today. Oh, you did have trumpet. Trumpet is an interesting, instrument. And I've never played the trumpet. And you are really lucky to play the trumpet. Oh, that's very nice. And the guy said, oh, that's nice. So we are really happy today because, people are just expressing what they've been doing and expressing their favorite, sports or favorite hobbies, which is beautiful. So we are happy, happy, happy. And the guy is asking about between Noah, do you play Roblox or about Roblox? And Noah says, it feels like a big community. All right, that's good. So we are happy today again, very happy because I just want to give you um, remember I at one time I said, oh, there are continents of the world, and I sort of touched on the states of America. And today I just want to give you the countries of South America. The countries of South America. South America is a continent on its own, and it has its own countries. So we have country. I didn't, I'm just going to say them, not in alphabetical order, just to name them. Just to name them. So we have countries like Panama, and the capital city of Panama is Panama City. And we have Colombia. The capital city of Colombia is Bogota. And we have, oh, Noah is asking, Noah is saying, when is your next shot on recipes? Oh, it will be today. After the live stream, I will do the shot on recipes. And the guy said, you're asking each other. Okay, that's fine. So we have Ecuador. The capital city of Ecuador is Quito. Then we have Peru. The capital city is Lima. So this is South America, the continent of South America. And the guy saying Mary. Oh, that's good. And we have Bolivia. The capital city is La Paz. And we have Paraguay. And the capital city is Asuncion. Oh, we have another visitor in the house. It's in Caraba FK Azobayaka. And he says we can call him, is it Hussein? All right, Hussein. Oh, nice to have you in the live stream. How are you? And feel free to join in the conversation. As you come in, remember to like the live stream, and also remember to connect with the host if you haven't connected. And also, there are other content creators in the live stream. You can also connect to them, just check on each other and connect to each other. So that would be a good thing to do. So let me just quickly finish then I'll come back to the chat. Finish the countries and cities of South America. Then we have Brazil, and the capital city is Brasilia. Brasilia is the capital city of Brazil. Then we have Uruguay, and the capital city is called Montevideo. Then we also have a capital city a country called Argentina, and the capital city is Buenos Aires. Oh, I think it's Spanish. Buenos Aires. I'm suspecting it's Spanish. I don't really know. Then we have Venezuela. The capital city is Caracas. The guy says, "Oh, I am from Iraq." All right. Oh, that's really good. Yeah. I'll quickly go back to the chat as well. Then we have, some islands called Falklands Islands. They're like in the south, in South America as well. Then we have Guyana. The capital city is called Georgetown, and some other islands as well. So that's South America. I do this, I've just done this to tell you the countries of South America and the capital cities. The only reason why I did that is just to be familiar with these countries of the world. Of course, people know their own country, but it's also nice to know other countries. Sounds really good to know other countries. Yeah. So next time when you hear about Colombia, sorry, Colombia, you should know that, oh, it's in South America. And when we hear about Caracas, you should know it's a city in one of the countries of South America called Venezuela. Caracas. So we are really happy today. We continue to just be friendly to each other, continue to be nice to each other, and we continue to be especially nice to the host. The host is a Mary Z is recipe. All she's asking for is you to connect, to go to her channel and subscribe to her channel. And when you subscribe, then when you get a bit of time, little time, you can always come to the channel and watch the videos. Some of the videos maybe the longest might be maybe 20 or so minutes. Some videos are like 5 minutes. Some videos are like 10 minutes. So you can always balance. So please, the audience, everybody watching, remember to come to the channel and subscribe and watch the videos. Because that's basically why I'm doing what I'm doing at the moment. So let's see what the chat is saying. No is saying, Noah says, I live in Scotland. Oh, you live in Scotland. Wow. And I heard that the temperatures are continuing to cool down. And I heard that over the hills, the high grounds of Scotland, there might be snow falling. So I don't know whether it's already started falling, because I was listening to the weather report this morning. So when going back to the weather here where I am, the weather has been like really, the skies are overcast. You can't see the blue sky, and the temperatures are just plummeting. It means they are going down every like moment. The temperature is just going down. And the last time I checked the temperature today, the temperature was like 5 degrees Celsius. So the temperatures are plummeting. It means they are like going down, because we are now in winter and it's cold, and we expect it to be cold. So the wintry weather continues, and overcast continues, and we can't see the blue sky. And like I said, the weather report was saying in the highlands of Scotland, and and other high grounds, like in the center of the country, the temperatures continue to fall, and maybe snow might fall in those areas. So we just need to know about the weather. It's a beautiful thing to know about the weather. So we are hoping that it continues to be favorable weather, favorable, and not like weather which is challenging to us. So what can you say about yourself? you know Sometimes we need to read ourselves and know ourselves. Do you know yourself? So sometimes we need to know ourselves and to read about ourselves. What I mean by read about ourselves is to know what kind of individual you are. You can easily tell whether you are like outgoing, whether you are like bubbly all the time, or whether you are like just someone who is just quiet, which is beautiful. All these characteristics I'm saying are beautiful, you know, behavioral aspects of human beings. Some people are outgoing, some people are like extroverts. They are free to say whatever they want to say. They are like, they like to like communicate with other people and so on. But some people are just, they just like, oh, I just keep to myself, and I don't really like to be bubbly. People who are like that. And some people do love to, like to express themselves. That's what I mean by being an extrovert. They like to express themselves. And it's like when you are, if you remember when you are at school, some people would, when the teacher asks questions, even if they know the answer, even if they don't know the answer, they will be the first ones to raise their hands. I used to have such classmates. They would want to answer every question. And it is a beautiful thing. Someone who is just ready to answer questions, and despite knowing the answer, they just want to show that they can say something. And it is a good thing. I wish I was like that. Just raising my hand even if I don't know the answer. So this is how some people show their characteristics, their behavioral patterns. So we love everybody, whether they are like, they just want to be themselves, keep to themselves, or whether they want to be bubbly. We love everybody, because that's what the word unique means. Unique means it means that every one of us, we are really different, when it comes to our behavioral, patterns. So every human being is unique. So we always want to like to embrace. We always embrace everybody. So this is the beauty of human beings. So what about me? I can say, oh, I am like on the average. I'm not like bubbly. That's what I believe I am. I'm not like, very, very quiet. I'm just like on the middle, on the middle. And I believe also that I'm really a caring person, and I also believe, it's like when you are describing yourself, you say, I believe I'm a caring person, and I believe I have sympathy for other people when other people are like in a stressful situation. And also I believe I am like friendly, to other people. And I believe I I believe I'm someone who doesn't like, like to be, who doesn't like to be alone, So I like to be in a company sort of. And I believe I have passion in what I do. So what do I do? I have passion in cooking. I have passion in gardening. I have passion in maybe selling little items. So people have different passions, people have different beliefs, people have different personalities. So all this will boil down to something called the personality, what your behavior, something like that. So I can say the other aspect of me is that I believe I'm an individual who likes to learn things, I always like to learn. So if someone likes to learn things, we say, oh, that person is inquisitive, just want to find out, oh, you said, um, you said your maybe your cat doesn't, if it sees a mouse or a rat, your cat will just like run away. So It's such an example. Then if someone tells me about a cat, that their pet, the cat, the cat runs away from a mouse, then I need to be inquisitive. You know, did you ever see the cat doing that? Um, um, then does the cat do that, like all the time it sees the rats, so it's someone who is inquisitive, who wants to know. Or for example, someone says, oh, uh, there is maybe uh, someone might say, oh, the adults should sleep like 6 to 7 hours, a day, in the night, sleep time. Then if you are someone who is inquisitive, you start asking the person who is saying that, oh, you said adults should sleep about 6 to 7 hours. Then you can question that person, say, oh, where did you get that information? Which research is that? Who did the research? And which experts told you about the sleeping time that it should be between 6 and 7 hours? So that's someone who is inquisitive, someone who wants to know. And some people are also, this inquisitive um, behavior or aspect. It comes in various, sectors. Someone can be inquisitive about other people's affairs. Someone can be inquisitive or about, like, some researches or some facts in health, So being inquisitive can come in various ways. So are you inquisitive, when it comes to asking people about their affairs? Or are you inquisitive when you want to search for more knowledge? Or are you inquisitive when you want to maybe find reasons why maybe there is like the weather has just changed? If you're inquisitive, you need to know why. Why is the weather changing? Something like that. So I find the word inquisitive really that's my take on the word inquisitive. So we should always try to check on ourselves. What kind of individuals are we? Are we passionate about something positive? Are we outgoing and helping others? Are we sympathetic when we meet others who are in distress? Are we friendly to others when maybe you go to a bus station and you are new in that city? Then if you ask people, oh, can you tell me which bus will take me maybe to a place called maybe a place called, for example, which place can I say? A place called maybe a place called Welling. There's a place called Welling. So if you go to a bus stop and ask them, you see maybe there are 4 people there. You ask them, oh, can you please tell me what time does bus usually arrive at this bus stop to go to Welling? Then you'll find that among the 4 people, maybe one of them is the one who will quickly answer. The other ones will just look at you and they will not be prepared to answer. So this is what happens, because some people are outgoing, some people are sort of, they just want to keep to themselves. So it is a good thing, it is good when people just, if they don't want to say, that's fine. If they want to answer your question, that's also very fine. So I just thought of introducing this topic we have today. We're just, talking about people's personalities and behaviors. So the other thing I like, which I think it's part of me, is that I am I am an individual who likes maybe to meet deadlines. It's like when I have a task in front of me or ahead of me, I try by all means to to accomplish the goal and to be able to meet the task, you know. So I try to do that. So this is another aspect of me, you know. But on the overall, my passion is, as I've said already, I just like to do the cooking. Sometimes I do like one or two household chores, and sometimes I do gardening, and sometimes um, I I do like do some selling of things, you know. So that's me in a nutshell. I don't know why they call it a nutshell. A nutshell. Oh, I know. A nutshell means I think a nutshell, because they say, oh, that's the nutshell. You see, you hear the people saying that, oh, in a nutshell. It means imagine a nut inside a shell. In a nutshell. So the person who gave us that sort of, is it a phrase or word? It's a word, you know, describing something. A nutshell. So in a nutshell means just like a sort of a summary, like a summary, because imagine a nut in a shell. So it's like to summarize, in a nutshell. Then I can say that is me, the one who is outgoing, likes to learn, and I consider myself to be like friendly, and I consider myself to be to have like empathy for other people, and I believe myself to be, you know, to be sort of, hardworking, hardworking. I like to work hard, you know. So this is just a way, to describe ourselves. So everyone has their own description of themselves, which is beautiful, you know. I can think of, let me think of a certain friend of mine, and I can describe that friend of mine as, that friend of mine is outgoing, and that friend of mine likes to, to discuss things. That friend likes to be like, when we are carrying a dialogue, when we are having a dialogue, he likes to be on the top front, like he likes to say most of the facts, and he likes other people to be the listeners, So there are people like that who are outgoing. They like to be on the forefront of any discussion, and they like to show that they know the subject, like any subject. He has answers for any subject, which is beautiful. I admire it, because as for me, I cannot do that, you know, because sometimes I wait for other people to just carry on with the discussion. Then maybe here and there I'll chip in the discussion. But that particular friend, he is the one who will be leading every topic which comes, about, you know. So that is the beauty of human beings. We love human beings. We love their characteristics, and we love, their behaviors, because most of us human beings, most of the human beings, they are beautiful, they are caring, they are, they are full of like respecting each other, and they are outgoing and helping each other. And most of people are filled with empathy. When they see someone stressed or in, need of help, people come in to help, which is what we call empathy. They are filled with empathy. So that's today's introduction. I hope I hope you are also enjoying the introduction. You know. So guys, before I jump into the day's topic, I just want to, to spend like a minute, to just thank the people I would like to thank all the people who have managed to subscribe to my channel. If it was not for them, I wouldn't be saying what I'm saying at the moment. I wouldn't have the freedom to say what I'm saying at the moment. But through their passion, through their, like, what can I say again? Through their care and through their kind consideration, people were able to come in their, you know, in their great numbers to subscribe to my channel. I'm really thankful and grateful. And on that note, I just say thank you ever so much. And I also add on and say, I know I have quite a considerable number of subscribers, but still, this journey is still an ongoing journey. It's like I'm traveling like maybe 1,000 miles, maybe going down south. So I've just covered maybe like 60 miles, so there's still a long way to go. So from the 1,000 miles which I am supposed to cover, I've only covered 60 miles. So I need 940 miles to complete the journey. So by this, I mean, I still need more and more and more subscribers so that maybe I might complete this journey. Because remember, I said I've just done 60 miles. So I need to cover the 1,000. I need 940 miles. So if you can bear with me, the people in the audience and everybody listening, that if you could, continue to support me, it will make this journey, I would like, just, it will be like a smooth, there's a song which says smooth operator, if you remember that song. So it will be like a smooth operator. I'll just like slide like I'm ice skating, or I'm doing ice skating, So I just urge everybody from the corners of the planet to just, connect with Mary Z Easy Recipes, so that the journey is what is accomplished. We need this journey to be accomplished. No, so I cannot accomplish the journey on my own, but I need um, fellow men, fellow citizens. They call them fellow citizens. I need the fellow citizens to come and, make this possible, and make this possible. So that's my word today about um, urging the audience to support the channel. And the channel name is really easy. It is called Mary Z Easy Recipes. At Mary Z Easy Recipes. So if you go there, obviously, if you come to the channel, you will get some sort of entertainment, and you get some sort of knowledge as well from the videos, and you will not just love them, you just love them. So this is my word today. I've never done a long like a sermon. It's now like a sermon of encouraging people to to connect. We call it connecting. I've never done a long sermon, but today I thought, oh, let me just, I thought it worth the while to say what is in my mind. So please do subscribe to the channel. I'll be more than grateful, and I will really appreciate, and I'll be so happy if you do that. So that's the only, that's the thing I'm asking from the audience. So today we have a beautiful topic ahead of us in our midst. So just brace for this topic, for this topic is really beautiful. I just said, when I was planning to come to do a live stream, I said, I need to just come and talk about something which people know. Because I love to talk about things which people already know. Because if you talk about things people already know, people will love listening because they know the topic. And when you know something, and when someone comes to talk about that something which you just love it. And I don't know, that's what I feel sometimes. And for example, if someone comes, if a friend comes, and maybe the friend was in town, and the friend comes to me and say, "Oh, do you know what? I've been shopping." Then I'll just become like inquisitive, and I'll become curious just because the person said, "I've been shopping." The reason is I know shopping, and I also been shopping. So I don't know. The interest will just be there because it's a subject which I already know. So the person was like, "Oh, today, you know what? I just been in town. I was like shopping the whole day." Then I was just saying, "Oh my God." They started by saying, "Oh, why did you tell me? I also wanted, I like shopping. I would have gone, shopping with you." Because the subject is familiar to me, and it's something which I know what happens when people go shopping. And the only thing I would want to know when my friend says, "I've been shopping," I just want to see the merchandise. "Oh, what did you buy?" That would be the first question. "Which shop did you go to?" It's because I'm familiar with shopping. And I'll start asking her questions like, "Oh, which shop did you go to?" So the explanation of my friend will be easier because it's a familiar ground. It's a familiar subject. It's a familiar topic. Then maybe I'll ask, "Oh, which shop did you go to? Oh, what did you go by? Did you like go by Uber, or did you go like by bus, or did you drive to the shop?" Then I'll ask, "Oh, did you go to this shop?" I start mentioning the shops, because it's a subject which is familiar. So that's the beauty of of talking about things which are familiar. It's really beautiful. Imagine if someone comes to you and says something unfamiliar. What is that? Or someone will come and subject that with a subject that, "Oh, do you know what today I did? I had to repair my iPhone." As for me, I wouldn't have a lot of questions to ask because I am not familiar with the repairing of iPhones. I would just say, "Oh, you did repair an iPhone? Oh, okay." No, I wouldn't have many questions to ask. Maybe I'll just say, "Oh, so when you repaired, is it working?" Only two questions. But when it's shopping, I would ask loads of questions. Maybe I ask, "Oh, did you buy what kind of garments did you buy?" And "Oh, let me see the colors." Oh, and so on. And what was the price? And so on. So I'm just saying this because the topic I have today is something familiar to most people, and it's not only, it is familiar to most people. It is familiar in all continents of the world. This topic is familiar to all the countries of the world. And I see that this topic, um, if you start talking about this topic, people will also like to join in, because it is a topic which is familiar. And like continents, we see this. In all countries, we see this. In cities, we see this thing I'm going to talk about. In villages, we see this thing I'm going to talk about. Even in the streets, I've seen this, I've seen this, this topic is also good for the streets, Where else? In government institutions, I've seen this. This topic can also be discussed again. So the topic today is um, all they need is unconditional love. All they need is unconditional love. And you might wonder, what is this? What are these things this lady is going to talk about? So today I'm going to talk about something special and something which just need our unconditional love. And I'm going to talk about uh, our most most, I think is the most common pets which us human beings like to keep. So today I'm going to talk about the dog. um, I've seen, even when I started doing live streams, people would come and tell me, "Oh, they would ask me this question: Do you have a dog?" Someone say, "Oh, do you own a cat?" And I think the questions pertaining to the dogs were more than the questions, I mean, pertaining to the cats. People will just ask about the dog, and people just come in and say, "Oh, I have a Labrador," and someone will say, "Oh, I have a Chihuahua." Someone will say, "Oh, I have a poodle." Because this pet is the most popular and one of the most popular and one of the most common pets. So our topic today is all they need, the dogs, is unconditional love. So our topic is about dogs today. We are just going to explore, you know, just to give, it's like what I said in my introduction. It's like when someone comes to me and talks about shopping. I'm familiar with shopping, so I'll be able to, to say, "Oh yeah, there we do that." Yes, when you go, you need to make sure you have money in your credit card, and you need sure, you get the receipt in case when you come home you have second thoughts. You can, or you are allowed, in some of the shops, to return the garment and and get another one. So such are some familiar things with shopping. So with the dog, many people are familiar with the dog care. Many people have dogs as their pets. And what I'm going to say today is what people are already practicing. So the reason why I'm saying it is just, the main reason why I chose to talk about the dog is that it's just to bring back again this question that all they need is unconditional love. If you if anyone who has a pet, is showing that unconditional love, that's the way it is. That's the way, there was a song which used to say, "That's the way it is." So if you are showing unconditional love, yes, just give yourself a pat on the back, because that's the way it should be. So we all love dogs. I love dogs. And someone was asking me, "Oh, do you have a dog?" I said, "Oh," I remember saying, "Oh, I don't have a dog. But if I were to have the opportunity to have a pet, I would choose a dog, because I love dogs. And when they are like the ones I see, around, the environment, they are really obedient and they are really well cared for. So that's why I said, "Oh, I love a dog." I don't really mind, like keeping a cat. But the thing is sometimes I don't have the time, to look after the cat, and I don't have the time to look after the dog, mainly because of my, my day-to-day activities. And I wouldn't give them maybe the unconditional love, because all they need is unconditional love. Now let's go back to the dog. Why do we keep, or that's just in general, why do we keep pets? You know, why? Why do we keep pets? It is said that we keep pets because what we need is to, they help us just to keep us company. They help us to keep us company. And sometimes some people say, "Oh, the pets will help you just to feel, not stressed of, of day-to-day life, So they are very good companions. They help us to be, the day will just go quick, when you have pets, because they make you less stressed with the day-to-day activities. That's why we like to keep pets. It is believed that they they decrease stress levels. This is said by experts, because I read this on the public domain, that the experts believe that, if you have pets, this might help you to decrease, to lower your stress. And they also say that the pets also have an impact on your emotions, because when you care for the pets, you are giving them unconditional love. So sometimes, since you have this, you now have accustomed to unconditional love. So when maybe like a stranger comes, maybe you meet like other people, like in the environment, then that love you have of the maybe the dog, it can maybe transform itself to the fellow human beings. So you become someone who is just like with good emotions. This is what is expected. This is what the experts say, it's not from me. And the other thing is, when you have dogs, they help you to be physically active. Because sometimes what the dog does is, uh, when someone is coming to the homestead, what happens? Imagine if I had a German Shepherd in this house, and then someone knocks on the door. The German Shepherd is the first one to say that there is someone at the door. That's the beauty of these dogs. So the dog will start, showing, it starts being restless. You see it being restless. And then after that, it goes to the door. It stands by the door saying there's someone. So in doing that, the dog will make you like physically active. Because what will you do? You just can't keep on maybe cooking in the kitchen. You have to walk our way from the kitchen to the front door and see and and meet the visitor. So the dogs will keep you like active, physically active. And the other thing is, people with dogs, they always walk the dog, because this is what is required. You need to walk the dog. So as you walk the dog, you are also exercising, because walking is part of exercising. So that's the beauty of keeping the pet. Oh, I didn't read all this. Oh, my dear. Let me read from the bottom going up. James said, hello, James. James said, hi. And James said, I'm just having McDonald's. Wow. You are lucky, lucky you. You're having McDonald's, and I got chicken nuggets and chips. Big Mac. Wow, enjoy your McDonald's. And Rugaya is saying, oh, okay. And Noah saying, I don't know what is meaning there. Oh, they're discussing with the guy. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So we have James joining in. So I was saying, as you walk the dog, that means you are exercising, So you won't have to go, oh, I didn't find time to exercise today. You have walked the dog, so you have exercised. So that's the advantage of having your dog. So before we go to the care of the dogs, we need to talk about how we care for these dogs, because the theme today is all the dogs need is unconditional love, All the dogs need is unconditional love. Today we are talking about the dog. Then another day, I think I'm going to talk about the cat. But today, my goal is, my objective is to talk about the dog. So let me just give you, they say what do you call those people who study animals? I don't know. Are they vets? Maybe. I don't know. The vets care for the animals. What about those who study, who can come up with statistics? So according to the experts, They say that there may be between 200, someone has said, there are between 200 and 300 breeds of dogs. Imagine that. That's why I say, I was in my introduction, that's why I said, oh, do you know that we have dogs all over the world, in all the continents, in all the countries? So I think it makes sense that there are about 200 to 300 breeds of dogs. Me, I used to think, oh, maybe there are only like 5 breeds of dogs, not knowing the dogs can, the dog breeds, types, are between 200 and 300 worldwide. That's amazing. But they also do say that, the experts also say that they don't actually know the actual total number of breeds. So this is like approximately between 200 and 300 breeds. That's what I found in the public domain. So let's just give any examples of these dogs. Me, I don't even know. The one I know now is, when I see it, I can tell that, oh, this is I know a German Shepherd. That's the only one I know. Because some of them, they just confuse me. I can't like distinguish them. That, oh, maybe a Chihuahua here, because I've seen Chihuahuas on documentaries and on films. So I think I can identify a Chihuahua. I think I can. But the dog which I can say, oh, this one I know, is a German Shepherd. Because the German Shepherd is huge and it's really beautiful. That dog, I like that dog. And when it is standing like this, it stands like in confidence, upright, the German Shepherd. It's really beautiful. So that's the only dog I can identify. When I see people walking the dogs, that's the only dog I can identify. But other dogs, let me give you like 10 examples of the breeds of dogs. There's the German Shepherd, there's the Bulldog, like the Bulldog, they say there's like, according to countries, some countries, for example, in the UK, there's like what is known as a British Bulldog, and there are other Bulldogs as well in other countries. So there is German Shepherd 1, then there is Bulldog, and there is Labrador. The Labrador, it is called a Labrador Retriever. I don't know what this dog does. I don't know why it was called a retriever. I would need to find out. I think it does something which is spectacular. And there's a poodle. And I wish I had pictures of these dogs, but next time I will look for the pictures when I talk about dogs, because the topic is really interesting, because I'm talking about something which people know. So there's a poodle, and there's a beagle, Bigley, yeah. And there's a border collie. People like that dog. I don't know what it does really. So I need to find. Oh, there's lots of things I need to find out. A border collie, because I heard someone saying, "Oh, I love a border collie." Oh, a border collie. Oh, you was just saying border collie, border collie. I was wondering, what is it all about a border collie? But he never said, oh, I love a German Shepherd. But the border collie, I don't know what it is all about. But me, I've seen a German Shepherd, and I think if I were to have a dog, probably I might go for a German Shepherd. Because they are really, most of them which I see, like people walking them, they seem to be like, what can I say? They are not like that vicious. They are not like too much of excitement. They're just calm, the ones I've seen. Maybe there are ones which are, I don't know. So, someone said, oh, they were saying, oh, they like a border collie. And and there's also a dog called a Pomeranian. I've seen a Pomeranian on TV. Pomeranian, it's really an amazing dog. It is really like different. It's beautiful as well. And there's the Siberian Husky. I think the Siberian Husky, I think I know it. It's like, it is really a beautiful dog as well. It just stands like tall like this. I don't know. It is also like very beautiful. A Siberian Husky. And there's a Dutch Hunt. Dutchess. Dutchess Hunt. And there is also a Chihuahua. Chihuahua. Most people know Chihuahua. And we cannot, I haven't seen a Chihuahua for like, I don't have, I've seen it once in a while. No, not very common really, where I live. But of course I've seen some Chihuahuas, on TV. Yeah. Some people do have the Chihuahuas. So these are the dogs which I just given for example: German Shepherd, Bulldog, Labrador, Retriever, Poodle, Beagle, Border Collie, Pomeranian. I don't know why it's called Pomeranian. And then Siberian Husky. That one is a beautiful dog as well. All the dogs are beautiful, in fact. I shouldn't be biased. All the dogs are beautiful. They are beautiful in their own way. They are unique in their own way. But of course, as human beings, we are always having choices here and there. You see someone when they go to buy the dogs. Someone say, oh, I like to buy the Chihuahua. And someone say, oh, I'm going for a poodle. And someone say, oh, I would rather do a border collie. So those are the different choices which we have as human beings. That's the thing we are given, the art of choosing. We can choose what we want. So as for me, I think I'll choose a German Shepherd. I'll choose that one. So what's the main thing here? The main thing is all these dogs need is unconditional love. I found, especially in this country, I think most people give their dogs unconditional love. People do love their dogs, which is awesome. Because the dogs are there just to keep us company. The dogs are there just to give us, just to motivate us when we are down. They do motivate, people, dogs. Sometimes they'll just come and stare at you like this, and wonder, oh, why is this dog staring at me? And the owner just wonder, oh, why the dog staring? Maybe the dogs, sometimes they do come to stare at you because they are asking for something, especially when they need something to eat. They'll come and stare at you. So, who doesn't like such a companion? Who is a companion who is able to come to you and stare at you, telling you that, oh, some dogs, I had a family member who used to have a dog, and the dog would just come and stare. Yeah. And the dog would, when they need something, they would keep on, like with using their paw, this paw of their legs. They would keep on poking the owner of the dog to show that they need attention. So, it's really beautiful when dogs do that, when they show like human-like characteristics, staring, poking you, like accompanying you to the shops, and doing all sorts of those beautiful things. So all they need is unconditional love. So all they need, the dogs, is unconditional love. So the dog keeping or the keeping of dogs, it differs from people to people. Yeah, it differs. But I just assume that all the people with dogs should always remember that what the dogs need is unconditional love. Because if you cannot provide them unconditional love, it means you can always like surrender them to there are places where you can surrender the dog if you're no longer able to give them unconditional love. You can always surrender them to some other places like dog rescue centers. You can always surrender them. So let's go to the most interesting part of this discussion. The most interesting one is the care for the dogs. You know, so I'm really happy because I'm talking about something which people already know. And when I say care of the dogs, people, in the audience have already started to figure out, oh, I think she's going to talk about maybe this and that and that and this and that and that and that. The topic care of the dogs will just give you like will just strike your your mind or your thinking processes, and you just be imagine, oh, I think now she's going to talk about nutrition. Yeah, some people have already thought about that. Yes, that's the first thing I want to talk about. Nutrition for the dogs. Who doesn't like to see a well-fed dog? Who doesn't like to see an active dog? Who doesn't like to see a dog which doesn't look malnourished? You know. So the thing is, all they need is loving care. All they need is unconditional love. So when it comes to nutrition, what do? Just make sure, from when it is a puppy, a baby, a puppy. The young one of a dog is called a puppy. Start the routine of giving your dog high quality food. Nowadays, we are lucky because all the shops from corner to from east to west, wherever you go, there is like the commercial foods for the dog. So you can always buy them food and give them. So give them high quality food and try to give them balanced diet. They also need balanced diet like us human beings. And also give them proteins. Dogs love protein like food. That's their favorite because they are like sort of carnivorous. So they love protein food, they love fatty food sometimes, and they also love other nutrients. So everyone knows their dog, everyone knows what they like. So give them their favorite food, nutritious food. That will be a very good, a sign that you are giving them unconditional love. Let me write my glasses. That is a sign that you are giving them unconditional love. So proteins and other nutrients. Then another one which people do always, people are always going like regular exercises. Dogs do not like just to stay at one place unless they get to their old age. But when they are still young, they like regular exercise. Take them for walks. Give them like I like dogs like playing. You can train them to play with the ball. They like balls, and give them toys. So that they can always, when they are fed up with other things, they can always play with their toys. So regular exercise are very important. Even if your dog gets old, you can always walk with it gently. Walk the dog gently. They like that. Yeah. And also, you can do training. Train your dog, when you get it, even if it's like you get it you buy it from somewhere, even if it's like average age, always try to have it trained. Train it, give it a routine, some sort of routine, and to put it under control. It's like when you are walking your dog, put it on leash, so that there are some people who just get like who just get like sort of scared of dogs. Some people, especially the under ones. So what you do is you have to keep them on leash as you walk your dog and train them. Sometimes if you say no, some dogs respond. They know that no, that's not a good behavior. Try to shape their behavior. And you can shape their behavior by they will know their time of eating, maybe in the morning, afternoon, and dinner. They know you train them their time of eating, and you can also like alternate their meals so they'll understand. Oh, maybe today I'm having this, and maybe they will know that. Oh, another time I can have another dish. So training is important for your dog, and so that you shape their behavior. Yeah, yeah. Dogs are really good. If you train them, it's amazing what they do. Yeah, imagine those dogs which do like dog racing. Those ones are really clever as well. And imagine like the dogs the dogs which are kept by the law enforcement people. Those dogs, they know what they are doing. They are trained. And those dogs I've seen on TV at the airport, they also use dogs, to do all sorts of things, like searching for things. So those dogs are clever because they got training. So imagine you can also train your dog when it's still young. Train it. Yeah. So if you want the dog to sleep in its bed, you train the dog. Because if you don't train it can sleep anyhow. And maybe you don't want your dog to sleep anyhow. You can train it. When you first have the dog, buy the bed for the dog so that it gets used and it won't bother you. When night comes, it knows, oh, I need to sleep in my bed. Dogs are beautiful. If you train them, they learn, and they can do that. And another important thing is you should always register your dog with a vet, because dogs need health care. They need health care. So you need to register with a vet, and occasionally, like in a routine, the vet will tell you because they know. They'll give the dogs appointments. Then you know that on the 1st of December, I'm taking my dog to the vet, and they schedule your appointment. Yeah, which is really beautiful. So it's no hassle when it comes to the vet. You take the dog to the vet, and the vet will know your dog, and they know its needs, and the vet can give them vaccinations, and they can, if your dog has some parasites, the vet will treat your dog, and sometimes dogs can have ticks. If you walk them in an area where there are ticks. The ticks love dogs. I don't know why the ticks love dogs. And it's really, I've seen on TV in some places in this world where the dogs have loads and loads of ticks. It is really, it's really, I've seen it on a documentary where dogs really have lots of ticks. So you just wish, I wish those dogs would go to a vet, and the vet would help the owner to give them the proper help to do away with the ticks. So all these things, the vet will know how to deal with them. Ticks, fleas as well. Fleas love to to crawl on the dogs. I don't know why again. Yeah, that's what it is. So, but there's always help. If you take the dog to the vet will advise you about the fleas, about the ticks, and also the dogs sometimes they need deworming, deworming. Sometimes the worms attack the dogs, so dogs need deworming. So all that is the work of the vet. The vet is ready, veterinary is ready to help you with the problems which your pets might face. Then we come on to the idea of shelter. You know, when you think of having a dog, you need to have a proper plan for the dog's shelter. I've said already that you need to buy a bedding for the dog. A comfy bed for the dog. Those people who make dog beds, they know what they are really good, because I've seen really comfy beds. They're just like circular, most of them, and then it depends with the size of the dog. You can take if your dog is large, like this dog which I said I like, the German Shepherd. That means you need a massive. When the German Shepherd is big, you need a big bedding for your dog. And when you train the dog, it will just like when night comes or in the day, because dogs like sleeping. Like anytime a dog can sleep. They just love they love they love falling asleep anytime. You see them falling asleep. It's really that's the beauty of dogs. They just do their own thing and they like sleeping. But when they are sleeping like that, if some stranger comes to the door, you would wonder, oh, you are sleeping. But now he's at the door trying to see who is out. So their sense of smell is really very good. You know. That's why they are used by authorities, because they have a strong sense of smell. Yeah. Yeah, so it is really beautiful to see them like nodding like this. Then something comes to the door, they will rush to the door. Someone comes to the door, they'll rush there. So bed needs a good bed. A dog needs a good bed, comfy bed, and it will be happy. And some people, I don't know, it depends. Some people maybe like to put them in kennels. I don't know. But if I had a dog, I would just like buy a bed for it and just put it in the corner there and to sleep there. You know, yeah. It would just doze there and sleep. I wouldn't like put it outside. I think I don't. I wouldn't put it outside. I would just put it inside the house and make a comfy bed for it. Oh, hello, hello. We have a new guest in the house. Hello, Scully. Scully Pop is here. Scully is saying, good evening, Mary, Mary. And Scully Pop said, how has your day been? Oh, my day has been fantastic. I managed to do one or two things. I always do one or two things. Each day is a day of doing one or two things. So I did one or two things. And then I noticed the weather is just, the temperatures are just plummeting. Then I said, oh, what can we do? Let the temperatures plummet while we do one or two things. So I'm really happy today. It was a beautiful day. Thank you, Scully Pop, for asking. How was your day, Scully? How was your day, Scully Pop? And thank you once again for coming to the live stream. That's what we call it's still warm here. Oh, it's still warm there. Oh, my dear, you are lucky. Here, the temperatures are just going down. Like today, the temperature I think, was just ranging around 5 degrees, 5 degrees Celsius. And Scott said, I'm just getting going. Oh, that's lovely. That's good. Otherwise, thank you so much for coming to the live stream. I wonder if you I'm just getting there. If you have a dog, do you have a dog or a cat? Scully Pop. Because today I'm talking about dogs. Oh, Scully said he has a cat. Oh, that's beautiful. What color is the cat? I once said to someone, no, someone once asked me about cats, about the color of cat I like, and I told them that I like a black cat. I don't know. I don't know why I like the color, a black cat. And Scan said she is calico. Oh, calico, calico. Oh, 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 that's interesting. And Scan was saying, oh, I want a black cat too. Oh, you like me? I like a black cat. I don't know why. Because a black cat, is really beautiful. The thing about a black cat is that the eyes, when you have a black cat, the eyes make it so beautiful. Because the eyes are mostly like shining and outstanding. When it's like a brown cat, the eye is sort of like what color? Yeah. When it's like a faded color of the cat, the it doesn't look like that striking. But a black cat, oh my god, it is really beautiful. It's really beautiful. That's my choice for a cat. If I were to own a cat, to keep a cat, I would go for a black one. But if I were to keep a dog, I'll go for a brown one, with a sort of a white shade, around the head here. A brown and sort of a shade of white around the head. That's the color I like for the dog. Scully said, I made friends with a black cat in my neighborhood. Now I want one. Oh, I know. The black cat is tempting. I think you're gonna buy one. You're going to buy one soon. Because the black cat is beautiful. So today we were just talking about, care of the dogs. Because our main objective is to find out you know how we make, or how our love for the pets uh, becomes unconditional. All the dogs need is unconditional love. That's the statement for today. All what the dogs need is unconditional love. So I was just talking about their care. So we were talking about the bedding. Just buy a comfy bed, yeah, and let them feel the warmth, and don't let them shake. I've seen on the TV there. I've seen, sometimes you see the dogs are cold. So let them warm. Don't let them feel cold. They will also shake with cold. And take them to the vet and train them, uh, uh, give them regular exercise and proper nutrition. So exercise is very important for the dogs. Walk with them, uh, play with them. Especially you can play with them with a ball or their toys. And keep a leash on them when you go out. Don't let them go astray as you walk in the public. Always make sure your dog is on leash. And practice hygiene with your dog. Yeah. Practice hygiene. It's amazing. When you go to when you visit your friends with dogs, sometimes you would even wonder, oh, there's a dog here, because the house the place will be so clean. You can't even see like hairs all over. Because um, that friend who has a dog, when I go there, the house is just no, it's just clean, and there's a dog, you know. So the dog is making her extremely busy because she's always like on her toes cleaning the house. That's why they say it's an advantage to keep a dog, because the dog will make you exercise, because you need to clean all the time. Yeah. Yeah, because some dogs, they love like tearing things, just like what the cats do. So it's their nature. So what you do is just be on top of it. You have to just keep on cleaning. So the dogs need a clean environment, yeah, so that they don't get affected by the various pests. Yeah, they are very good. Dogs are really good. They are loyal. Yeah, they are loyal. Mm. And they become part of us when we have them. They become, that's why it's for me, because of my lifestyle. I can't keep a dog at the moment, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to look after it. So maybe time will come when I'll be able to look after a dog. Although I love them, I can't keep them at the moment. So we're talking about hygiene. What else do you do? Make sure they are clean. Their bedding is clean. You can also wash their bedding. And because when you go out there or out with them, dogs don't wear shoes. So they will be just like, oh, going. So when they come back and sleep in their beds, maybe their beds become muddy. So you need to wash their beds, change their beds. Yeah, change their beds. And please do remember to buy the beds. Because they don't want to feel cold. So hygiene for the birds. I mean, for the dogs. Hygiene. You need check their fur, their skin. Is it? It's called fur. Fur. Check the fur. Scannibal says, I saw a guy the other day walking a robot dog. Oh, robot dog. That's amazing. Oh, they are now robot dogs. Wow. Oh, so there are all sorts of things. This technology is leading us to another level. It's leading us to another level. So check their fur. Because remember I said they can be affected by fleas, by ticks. And so you need to check them, just check them the fur. Just pat the fur and see if there are any other creatures there. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing I was also going to say. The Scallop. Scallop says you have to be careful with the tick for Lyme disease. Exactly, because Lyme disease is not good for us. It's not good, you know. So that's why it's important to keep the dogs clean. Practice hygiene. If you have seen a tick, just ask the vet. The vet know all about the ticks. They will give you something to help you with the ticks. And that's why it's important to always take your dog to the vet, because you don't want this Lyme disease to affect us. Scallop says Lyme disease can destroy your life. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I heard that it's dead. It's not good. It's not good. So it all boils to the fact that we need to look after the dogs, and we need to make sure we are practicing hygiene. And when we walk the dogs, when they go into the grasses, they might, a tick might jump onto them. So just make sure you check your dog, so that these ticks, if they bite you, if they sting, it says, is it sting? Yeah. If they sting you, then you are, that disease, Lyme disease, is not good. So hygiene is paramount. Do you know that you can also brush the teeth of the dogs? I've seen a video. Me, I didn't know. But I've seen a video on the TV where someone was brushing the teeth of the dogs. So imagine that. That's really top of the top hygiene. Yeah. So I wonder how many people know. I don't know if the dog will allow you. Will the dog allow you to brush their teeth? But some, if you practice the maybe at an early age, yeah, they may allow you. I think it's important to train them not to jump onto up on friends when they come over. Yeah, some of them, the dogs are full of energy. Any person will come around. That makes it so funny. If you have an energetic dog, it will just when visitors come, they don't care. They will just jump on them. But at least they jump in a peaceful way. Imagine if they jump in the other way. At least they will be peaceful. Yeah, so it's good to train the dogs. That's why I'm saying train the dogs. They're really lovely, lovely. If you train them when they're still like young, they will know that we need not to jump on people. They'll just when visitors come, they'll just some dogs. I've seen some dogs when they visitors come, the visitors say, "Oh, hello doggy, doggy." But the dog, the dog which are trained, will not even respond to that stranger. They'll just curl themselves and go behind their owners. That's a trained dog. And if you are new to that homestead, you just, oh, hello, doggy, doggy. It will just stay at you. And it's so fun. It will just stare at you. This dog, you say, hello, doggy, doggy. The dog will not even look at you. It will just look at you with like, oh, hello, oh, hello. it will go behind its owner and just stay there. It won't come to jump to you. Yeah, I've seen dogs like that. They are really obedient. They don't jump. They'll go behind it. They carry themselves in a like calm way, and they just go behind their owner and just follow their owner by the side while the owner is welcoming visitors. The dog is just standing there looking. It doesn't like start jumping because it was trained when it was still a puppy, maybe. Mm. Scully Pop said, I think it's important to train them not to jump onto friends when they come over. Yes, I also hold the same sentiments. You know, it's all about training. Then Scully Bob said, a 20-kilo dog can be. Yeah, it's true. Because if it's like if you have like yeah, like what can I say? You visit your friend and they have a massive big dog, and then the dog will start barking when you enter the homestead. It becomes a bit, like, oh, you get frightened. But usually the owners know how to deal with their dogs. They will calm the dogs down and the dogs will behave. Because that's why they said you need to always monitor your dogs, watch their behavior. If they start to be like too much over the board, you need to find ways of calming them. The beauty of this thing is that the dogs, when they hear some commands from their owners, most of the dogs will obey the owners, which is really good. Yeah. Scott report said, my friend is a 20-kilo Maine Coon cat. Wow. 20 kilo. Wow. Let's hope it's gentle and calm. And Scott Bob said, I have another friend who snaps his fingers and oh, that's a good. I have another friend who snaps his fingers or like this, and both pit bulls go outside the door and stand there like posts. Oh, you trained them. Wow, that's amazing. So you see, training is really important. We need to train our pets, the dogs, I mean. Yeah, we need to train them. See, these other dogs are really doing good. They just listen. They just hear that clicking of the fingers, and they go out and stand by the door. Oh, by the porch. Oh, that's beautiful. So that's why I say I love dogs very much, because if they are trained, they can behave, well. They behave, and or it's the duty of the owner to make sure that they keep on watching the behavior of their dogs, so that the dogs live like amicably with the family, and if visitors come, the dogs also accept the visitors. Yeah, because dogs can be like, like all animals. All animals, like most animals, are territorial. You know, they don't really like to be disturbed in their territories. The same applies to dogs. Some dogs are territorial, so they need training so that they accept that, oh, it's a change of scenario. We have visitors today, and we need to calm down and just, observe what is happening. As long as we are getting our loving care, as long as we are getting our unconditional love, it's all about unconditional love. So even if the dog, if the behavior of the dog changes, keep on giving the dog unconditional love. It doesn't matter, because uh, you know sometimes the animals change their behavior. Yeah, they change. So we've talked about hygiene. Now we're going to the next one. The next one is called safety. Make sure the dog is safe, safety. Safe from predators, safe from maybe other people, you know, because, yeah, and safe from like substances, like maybe there's some herbs in the garden which are not suitable for dogs. Maybe you're growing some herbs, because there are some crops which are not suitable for dogs. Maybe there are some other weeds which are not suitable for dogs. So just be careful that in the fact that the environment is safe for your dog. You know, although you cannot control the environment where you walk the dog, but as you walk the dog, you need to be watchful so that the dog is safe. And in the home, you don't have, maybe your doctor has given you certain like medication, and then the dog will see you like maybe taking your medication, and maybe the dog will, think, maybe I've seen my owner taking this. Maybe you leave the medication by the table. Then the dog will say, oh, I've seen you taking this medication. Let me try to see, test it. Because dogs like to taste things sometimes. So don't. It's not advisable to leave your substances in whatever form in an area where the dogs can reach. Even some medication say keep out of reach of these ones and the dogs. You know what I mean by these ones. Keep out of reach of these ones and even your pets. Yeah. Scotty said, some families in the Netherlands where I lived. Oh, you once lived in Netherlands. Oh, all right. When people have children, they make the dog eat. Oh, when people have children, they make the dog eat the placenta of the mother. Then it will always protect children. Oh, wow, that's a tradition. Oh, it's an amazing one. I've never heard of it. Oh, thanks for sharing. Oh, that sounds really amazing. Wow. All right. So they'll always protect the children. Wow. Something new, something new. Yeah, people have various traditions. And I also have heard that I was like, oh, yes, even me. It really surprised me. That really surprised me. Yeah, because I've never heard it. And, oh, I don't know. I don't know how I can. Yeah, it's a bit surprising. Surprising. See, these cultures are really different. People have different beliefs and cultures, which we accept and which yeah, we respect their beliefs and whatever their customs are. And Scotty said, if I doesn't eat it, they get rid of it. Oh, it goes to that extent. Oh dear. Oh my goodness. Wow. So that's a strong belief. It is really strong to that extent. Oh dear. What can we do? What can we say? Yeah, we'll just accept it. What can we do? Wow. But it's really amazing. It's really surprising. It is. So I was saying, traditional families with me. All right. I shall. I think I should let me jot it down. I need to just find out about that. I'll jot it down and research on it. Yeah, I'll research on it. Wow. Wow. It's worth, looking for it and looking it up and hear what really happens there. Yeah. Wow. Miss Scully says traditional families with midwife. All right. Okay. Traditional families with midwife. Quite interesting. With midwife. It's interesting. So we are now going to this idea of, I've explained about safety, that we need to make sure our dogs are safe from pests, from substances, from weeds, from like other plants, just to ensure the dogs are safe. Then the other thing which can happen sometimes is that dogs can get lost. I don't know how this happens, but it happens. Yeah. In most countries, you see stray dogs. You wonder, where are the owners? Maybe the dogs got lost. Yeah. And when they get lost, when they are now known as, like in other countries of the world, you see the dogs alone, like moving alone. They have no one to care for. They're just, roaming the streets. It is really like, I don't know how to explain. Yeah, I've seen them on TV, Most of these things, I see them on television. I don't know, maybe I'm a TV fanatic. Because I've seen lots of things shown on TV. And I assume they are like, true, you know. And Scotty said, I had one that, you lost it. Oh dear, Scotty. Oh dear. He had one, Scotty said, I had one that got lost. Oh, I can imagine how you felt. Oh, Scotty said she was blind and the grass got wet from dew. She could not smell. She could not smell her way back. I think. Yeah, maybe. That was. We looked everywhere. Oh, we didn't find her. I can imagine. Oh, it was a chihuahua. Oh, oh dear. Oh, how long had you stayed with her? Oh dear, that is really not good news at all. Oh, and I think um, wherever she went, she was 12 years. Oh dear, she was just like, part of you. Oh dear. Yeah, I can imagine. It was really heartbreaking. 12 years. Oh, then it got lost. Oh dear, you wonder what you can do. Oh. Yeah, that's why I said, animals, these animals, sometimes they get lost. And it becomes heartbreaking for sure. That's what Scully said. He experienced a lost dog, and oh, the pain of losing the dog. Yeah, I know the pain of losing a dog because um, Scully said maybe I will see here in the. Oh, I know. Oh dear. Yeah, it is that. It is so heartbreaking. I do agree. And wow, you went through a sad time. Yeah, it was a sad time. Scully Buffet, I lost my mama 2 years ago too. Oh dear. It's one thing after the other. Ah, that's really heartbreaking. That is heartbreaking. So that's why I said, oh, you see, that's why I said our dogs need all they need is unconditional love. So when we lose our pets, it becomes a very trying time. It is a trying time, but yeah, all what we can hope for is when you lose your pet, you just hope that, oh, wherever she ended up being, or wherever the dog ended up being, maybe she's having good care, and that's all we can think about, or that's all the thoughts we can remain with, that we just have hope and trust that wherever the pet ended up being, hopefully the pet is getting a tender loving care. Scandibov said, I'll never understand why we only get 10 or 15 years to spend with them. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. They that's the time they only stay with us. It's true. Yeah, their lifespan is not as long as ours. Yeah, because like on average, us human beings, we expect a longer lifespan on average compared to the pets. Scully said they are they are a small part of our life in time, but we are there whole life. Imagine, yeah. That's why our love to them is just unconditional, and the pets love us unconditional. So we must also love them unconditional. That's why we are talking about this beautiful care we should give the pets. They deserve the beautiful care. Mm. So that is the final part of my. I'm saying sometimes the pets get lost, and when they get lost, sometimes we are lucky because in some countries they are like animal welfare charities, which when your dog gets lost, sometimes it is retrieved by these charitable organizations, and they can go into like shelter. then maybe if you look for it, maybe if you are lucky, you can get it. You can retrieve it from a shelter, which is a good practice in some countries to have shelters for dogs. And Scully said, they love us unconditionally. And Scully said, you care for them properly. Yes, yes, care for them properly. That is the thing, They need good care. Because, imagine what they do, like what I said in the beginning, that when some stranger comes to the door, a visitor or anyone, they are the first ones to go to the door and to warn you that there's someone by the door. Who doesn't like that? That is beautiful. So they need unconditional love. So we're talking about the animal welfare charities. There are some trusts called the Dogs Trust. There are people who are devoted to rescue these dogs or cats when they are facing they are like lost, or when their owners no longer are able to look after them. Well, sometimes there comes a time when the owners are no longer able to look after the dogs. So what happens? You can, for example, if an owner is been hospitalized, like in an emergency, and the owner of a dog might be hospitalized, so they can't take the dog with them to the hospital. So in that case, the friends, family, or these shelters, you can take the dog there, and then they can look after your dog while you are in hospital. So there are also dog welfare charities. I've seen people walking around the city asking for like money or donations which go to the care of the dogs. So in case of the dogs are lost, or in case the dogs become homeless, then they can be cared for in charity, in these welfare charities or in these trusts. Then sometimes these trusts will always they like the dogs to get new owners, So dogs can be rehomed. If you find that you can no longer look after your dog, you can just go on the internet and check for rehoming. You can always find information about rehoming the dog, if you can no longer look after it. For some people, there are people out there ready to adopt a dog, Yeah. People might need to have maybe to add another dog to their dogs, so that the dogs become maybe two. Sometimes dogs need friends as well. Yeah, they need companion. Usually you see people with like two dogs, yeah, and they will be friendly, and they'll be good to each other. So Scully will say, yeah, people should care for the dogs properly. Yeah, care them properly, because they are your companion. Remember, I said they can help you not to be stressed. They can help you to exercise, and they can help you just to give you emotional stability, Yeah. Because it's like if you feel lonely, oh, today I'm feeling lonely, maybe your family is gone, the family members have gone somewhere, but the dog is there. You won't feel that lonely, because you have someone to cook food for, or to save food to. So you won't feel very lonely. So they are our companions, It's beautiful to have a dog. So, but sometimes, dogs are also, there's some instances when dogs show fear, they show fear sometimes. Especially when they meet like bigger dogs. But sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's the other way around. Some big dogs sometimes are afraid of little ones. Dogs are really fun. Imagine, Stanley said, I found out there are some people that trained dogs for autistic kids that beat them. All right. Oh, that's really a good idea. Yeah, it is. Oh, thanks for sharing that. I didn't know about that. Yeah, that the dogs for still the kids that to beat themselves. All right. I get that. Hello, Etha. Etha is saying, Mary, Mary, Mary. Hello, Etha. Nice to have you in the live stream. Scully is saying, the dog keeps the kid from hitting himself. Oh, amazing. Wow. So that's what we've been talking about. That they need the loving, tender loving care. See what the dogs are doing, helping out in those challenging situations. Wow, amazing. Scully Pop says. So the dog keeps the kid from hitting themselves. And Scully said, my son is 20. Oh yeah, you once told me. Oh yeah. Oh, oh. 20. Ether said, hope you are well. What is today's subject? Oh, today we're talking about keeping the dogs. That we should keep our dogs. We should give them tender, loving care. Because the dogs are part of us. And the dogs, they keep us like less stressed. And the dogs, they like keep us, they help us to have emotional stability, So we need to what the dogs need is unconditional love. So we were talking about the care of dogs, what we should do to the dogs, and we talked about their value to us. So that's what we were talking about. It was really, I really liked this topic today. I think it was the best of all the topics I've done so far, because it's just like an emotional topic. It's lovely, it's beautiful. And the reason why also I talked about this I thought about talking about the care of dogs. It's because my sister had a dog, and I really loved this dog. So sometimes when I went there, the dog would just love me. Yeah, that's why I said, oh, let me talk about the dogs. So Only Hope is Prayer is here. Hello, Only Hope is in Prayer. Dolly, hello. Dolly saying, if you are enjoying the channel's content, hit the like button, show support, share this out, and subscribe. Wow, thank you so much, Dolly. Dolly is always a huge supporter to the channel. So I really appreciate, and she has left a beautiful message. So all those people who are who are here, please do bear what Dolly has said, what Only Hope is in prayer said. Just do the thing. And Ether said, we have a family dog, very important member of our family. I agree. Exactly. That's what we are talking about. And I really feel good when people, when people, give testimony about how they care for their dogs. It's awesome. And Scully Pop said, Mary, you have such a healing soul. Oh, thank you. Yes, Scully. Thank you. And, um, I hope your son is doing fine. I do know you know, the situation like that. I'm really familiar to that. So I just wish you the greatest of, love and care for him. So we're really happy as we carry on. Scully said he's having a good day. Oh, that's beautiful to hear. That's beautiful. So we are really happy because today has been a blessed time. And we just reminding, because in the introduction I said, today I'm going to talk about something which people already know. And I gave an example of when a friend goes shopping, and when the friend comes back and says, oh, I've been shopping, then it's a subject which I know. So I'll be able to, to ask questions about the shopping because I know the subject. The same applies to dog care of the dogs, of our beloved pets. We all know the dogs. So what we have to do is just, to be given a reminder that, oh, are you giving the dog proper nutrition? Is it the dog going for exercises? Are you training the dog? And do you have appointments with the vet so that your dog gets care? Because, there's these dangers of fleas, of what else? Fleas and ticks. So you need to take the dog to the vet. Ether said, our dog is 18 years old. I have 18. Wow. Wow. I have to help into the sofa. She is arthritis. Oh dear. You have to take extra care when they are old. Exactly. Oh, I can imagine. At least you love the dog and you're doing all that, carrying him. That's beautiful. So that's what we are saying. All they need is unconditional. So that care is unconditional, love, which is awesome. Which is awesome. Yeah, we just wish most people, when you take these pets, just give them that tender loving care. And if people, were doing that, we wouldn't like see dogs which are like roaming the streets in other countries. I've seen that happening. But we hope people, will learn. It's a learning curve. We always talk about learning curve. So looking after the pets, the dogs and the cats is a learning curve as well. Each day you learn, how to do it properly. So that is really beautiful. So I hope we are now ending our discussion today, and I'm really happy because we managed to give to just go over the most important things of caring for our dogs. So let me just read as I'm closing up the session. I'm just saying thank you to everyone who managed to come to listen to and to participate in this discussion about caring for our dogs. And it's just that all they need is unconditional love. So just remember that statement. All they need is unconditional love. So let me just read the names of the attendees. Thank you, Ether, for coming. Thank you, Scully Pope, for coming to the live stream. And just reading the names of the people who came. And Scully Pope and Ether, thank you so much. And we had a good time discussing about the care of our pets, of the dogs, which is awesome. We also had, I'm just scrolling. We had Rugaya was here, and Noah was here as well, and James was here in the live stream. Who else was here? We had, who else was here? I'm just checking the names. I think Black People was here as well. Black People was here in the live stream. And we also have Karabaki. Karabaki was in the live stream. I'm just checking as well. We also have not Vipex FM was here in the live stream. And Black People, the chosen one. And Hamza was here. So I hope I've read all the names of the people who attended the live stream. Thanks ever so much. We will meet again tomorrow, same time. And I just want to say, all those people who have attended and all those people who managed to just come and go, thank you ever so much. We will have another session if all goes well. Tomorrow we have another session. So I forgot to thank only Hope is in prayer. Oh my goodness. She was here. Dolly, thank you so much for your presence in the live stream. And always remember, all they need is unconditional love.